upstairs to where the choir sings.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you would please take your seats. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you would please take your seats, the ceremony will begin.
Good evening. Will everybody please stand for the singing of the Star Spangled Banner, sung by the Lewiston-Porter High School Vocal Jazz Ensemble, led by Mr. James Burritt. Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening. My name is Christopher Deanna, and I have the honor and privilege to serve this class, this school, and this great community as the principal of Lewiston-Porter High School. This evening, I welcome each of our families, friends, and distinguished guests, and thank everybody for joining us today as we recognize the outstanding accomplishments of each member of the class of 2023. At this time, I would like to introduce the superintendent of Lewiston-Porter Schools, Mr. Paul Casari.
Thank you. Good evening, Lewiston-Porter School community, family, friends, and most importantly, this incredible class of 2023. Welcome to the 72nd commencement exercise of the Lewiston-Porter Central Schools. Tonight, we gather to honor a group of extraordinary young adults, the class of 2023, who have shown immense perseverance, adaptability, and resilience over the course of their high school career. Class of 2023, your time at Lewiston-Porter has been marked by personal growth, academic achievement, and meaningful contributions to our community. Each of you has journeyed down a unique path, overcoming challenges, certainly all of us overcoming challenges that were thrown at us in March of 2020, and surpassing expectations. Tonight, we celebrate your accomplishments and a shared experience that has brought us all together. Parents, guardians, families, thank you. Thank you so very much. Your unwavering support and guidance have been instrumental in shaping the future of these young adults. Your trust in us as a school community, as educators, and your ongoing partnership has made this joyous evening possible. To the class of 2023, we offer you heartfelt congratulations. As you stand on the threshold of a new beginning, remember that the skills, the knowledge, the values that you have honed at Lewiston-Porter High School and Lewiston-Porter Central Schools will serve you and serve as a guiding beacon in all of your future endeavors. Given all this class of 2023 has been through your high school journey, a quote by the author William Arthur Ward feels particularly relevant tonight. The pessimist complains about the wind, the optimist expects it to change, and the realist adjusts the sails. As you face the winds of change, may you have the wisdom and courage to to adjust your sails and navigate toward a most audacious goals and dreams. May you always be learners, seekers, and doers. I often say, go, act, do. May you use the education you have received here at Lewiston-Porter to uplift your lives and leave a positive imprint on the world. May you carry the spirit of Lewiston-Porter forward, remembering always that once a Lancer, always a Lancer. Tonight, we do not just celebrate an ending, we celebrate the hope of beautiful beginnings. This is your moment, class of 2023. We cannot wait to see where your journey takes you next. Congratulations and best wishes for a future filled with success and happiness.
I would now like to introduce Mr. Michael Mundy, the Senior Class Vice President.
Good evening. My name is Michael Mundy, and I am the Vice President of the Class of 2023. First, out of courtesy to our graduates, I ask that everyone please silence all electronic devices at this time. It gives us great pleasure to welcome all members of the Lewiston-Porter Class of 2023, members of the Board of Education, school district administrators, teachers, parents, and family members of graduates, and everyone else who has joined us this evening for the 72nd commencement exercise of Lewiston-Porter High School. We acknowledge the support that you have given us in the past and appreciate the confidence that you have shown in us as we choose future paths to travel. I would like to take a moment to introduce everyone sitting on stage. Please stand as your name is announced. Please hold your applause until the end of each row is announced. In row 1, Mrs. Julie Donnelly, Board of Education Vice President, Mrs. Danielle Mullen, Board of Education President, Mr. John Everett, High School Assistant Principal, Mr. Christopher Deanna, High School Principal, Ms. Bryn Townsend, Class of 2023 President, Ms. Amanda Huang, Class of 2023 Salutatorian, Ms. Serena Singh, Class of 2023 Valedictorian, Mr. Paul Caseri, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Michael Lewis, Assistant Superintendent of Administrative Services, Dr. Heather Lyon, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum, Instruction, and Technology, Mrs. Lynn Hewitt, Director of Special Education and Grant Writing, Mr. Chuck Barber, Board of Education Member, Mrs. Jennifer Klemick, Board of Education Member, Mr. Bruce Newton, President of Lewiston-Porter Alumni Association, Chief Master Sergeant Edward J. Stefik. In row 2, we have Mr. Michael Bollinger, Ms. Nina Calarco, Ms. Claudine Carlo, Mr. Brett Coppins, Mr. Mark Cousins, Mr. Michael DiCamillo, Dr. Ashley Dreyer, Ms. Terry Falson, Mr. Andrew Auer, the middle school principal, Ms. Rachel Mahalik, middle school assistant principal, Mrs. Tina Rodriguez, the Intermediate Education Center principal, Mrs. Tamara Larson, Primary Education Center principal, Mrs. Alicia Kresitz, PEC and IEC Elementary Program Coordinator, Mr. Bradley Halgash, Director of Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Athletics, Mrs. Jessica Cruz, Class of 2023 Advisor, and Mr. Scott Townsend, Class of 2023 Advisor. In row 3, we have Mr. Joseph Gallagher, Ms. Michelle Hinchliff, Mrs. Lori Hurtgum, Ms. Jill Jarzewski, Mr. Kevin Kirsch, Mrs. Nicole Krozak, Mr. Patrick Krozak, Mr. Joseph Lazonis, Ms. Paula Lively, Mr. John Mango, Ms. Claire Marshall, Ms. Vicki Mayer, Mrs. Marie Miller, Dr. Paul Moskalik, Ms. Shannon Nicola, and Mr. Kevin Duncan. And finally, in row 4, we have Ms. Tina Oddie, Mr. Joseph Palermo, Mrs. Samantha Pearson, Mrs. Carrie Popilski, Mr. Christian Ruggiero, Mrs. Cindy Sanchez, Ms. Carrie Schmidt, Mr. William Schmidtke, Mr. Andrew Sharp, Mr. David Sicoli, Ms. Shuping Rachel Song, Ms. Sydney Stevelick, and Mr. Jeffrey Thompson. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the Salutatorian of the Lewiston-Porter Class of 2023, Ms. Amanda Huang.
Wow, is it hot in here or does it just feel like 148 degrees? The joke is that our class size is 148 and we're all graduating today with degrees. Jokes aside, I want to thank all the teachers, family, and friends that have supported our journey to this stage tonight. Whether they are present or past, we'll never forget the lasting impacts they've made on our lives and the way they've molded us into the person we are today. In particular, I know I wouldn't be here without a few specific people, and probably the best part about being salutatorian is being able to stand on the stage and finally thank them. Thank you so much to my family who have supported me over the past 18-ish years. I am so unbelievably lucky to have people who have shown me endless love and support in my life, despite seeing me at my worst. While I may not show it every day, I'm eternally grateful that I was born into your life, and then thankful that my brother was born into my life. I love you. Now, I don't quite believe my GPA should be the reason why you listen to the next part of my speech. In fact, over the past 4 years, I learned that ranking yourself against others might just be the most miserable thing in the world. Whether that's in terms of grades, looks, or even social status. It's difficult to hold on to happiness if that feeling relies on comparison to others. I think you should listen to my speech because I'm happy. And I'll try to dissect what makes me happy. And if you choose to listen, I hope you find those same elements of happiness in your life. I'm happy because I have so many wonderful people in my life who support me. From my mother who literally gave birth to me, to the random boy in my earth science class who is now one of my best friends, I've never been happier than when I'm around the people I love. As you move out into the world, remember to look back at the people you love. Keep them in your heart. Text them. But also remember that the beautiful relationships you've created here means that there are many more to create in our futures. Secondly, my happiness is found in the little gestures. Door holders, people who stop and wait for you to tie your shoe, pleases and thank you, good morning messages, little compliments, sending TikToks, and so much more. Whether you know it or not, you all have the ability to make someone's day brighter, and in turn have the ability to receive these little happy gestures. Happiness is shared, and I sincerely hope you will all find and share happiness with the people you love. Lastly, happiness is found by appreciation. I appreciate the green trees that decorate our town, the warm sun that pops out for approximately 2 months of the year in Western New York, my sister for telling me my outfits are not cute, the endless amount of music that is in our world, my breakfast, my dad telling me to drive more carefully on the road. Too many times do I take all these things in my life for granted, and undoubtedly, as I move to college, the regret of taking these pieces of happiness for granted will very much sink in. So please, I urge you all to appreciate these little things in your life, because one day, those mundane pieces may disappear. Ultimately, as I take the advice I've given you, I hope to share my happiness with everyone in the room, and in turn, I hope you can pass that happiness down to the people around you. Thank you so much, and congratulations to the class of 2023. And now I would like to introduce the School Board of Education Vice President, Ms. Julie Donnelly.
On behalf of the Board of Education, I want to extend congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2023. A few months ago, I was dropping my son off at school and I pulled in behind a bus. It was early spring and the back of the bus was covered in dirt. As I looked closer, I saw that someone, most likely a student, had written a message on the back window. No, it didn't say wash me. It actually said, be kind. I know in these times this message has sometimes been overused, but my first thought was that of all the messages this Lew-Port student could have written, their choice was to write a message of positivity that many people would see. I believe that this story exemplifies the types of students we have in our Lew-Port community. Like students around the world, you have been asked to show perseverance as the education landscape has faced unimaginable hurdles in the last few years. And you have confronted those challenges with courage and vaulted those hurdles to provide an example for all of society on how to grow together. You are a confident and bright group of students, and everyone here is so proud of you. From the time you began your studies with Lewiston-Porter, whether that was all the way back in kindergarten or as recently as this year, you have heard an emphasis on the same values for what this community wishes for you. It's a vision of accountability, balance, collaboration, curiosity, communication, inclusivity, independence, and purpose. And it has been shared by your teachers from the gymnasium floor to the science labs and everywhere in between. But emphasis from those instructing you can only go so far. We are counting on you to embrace these core goals as you leave us and take on the continuing opportunity to make the world a better place. The world is a big and changing place, and only you can know where you will truly find your fit. But remember, wherever life takes you, there will always be a community for you at Lew-Port. Whether you end up in a big city or a small town, whether you work in the farthest reaches of the globe or in the very classrooms you once learned in, we will be cheering you on. We can't wait to see what meaningful directions you choose to take. We hope that you will send out many positive messages along the way. Congratulations, Lancers, and best of luck. I now have the honor of introducing the Lewiston-Porter class of 2023 Valedictorian, Ms. Serena Singh.
My fellow graduates, congratulations. The hard work we put in, the grit and determination we've shown, and the perseverance and resilience we've had through it all have all been worth it. However, we didn't do this by ourselves. We had unconditional support from so many people, and they deserve our deepest appreciation. So to everyone watching over us, and to everyone here today, our friends, fellow students, teachers, administrators, coaches, advisors, counselors, aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters, I love you, Anisha, grandparents, parents, and guardians, on behalf of the class of 2023, I would like to say thank you for everything you have done for us throughout these years to encourage us, push us, and guide us. We love you, and we wouldn't have been able to make it without you. Now, I would like everyone to think about a time when you were in the zone, completely absorbed in what you were doing. Close your eyes and think about it for just a moment. How did it make you feel? Did you feel the force flowing through you? What were you doing that made you feel that way? My guess is you weren't doing homework or something else that you had to do. You were doing something for yourself, something you're passionate about, something that makes you feel alive and free to be yourself. Maybe you were singing along to your favorite Taylor Swift song, playing a difficult piece of music. Always set aside time just for yourself to work on these things that restore the balance in your life. If you don't know what that thing is that gives you the balance, then take as much time as you want to figure that out. If you already know what it is, then take time to dive even deeper. What I'm saying is that there will always be things that we have to do, but let's always make time for the things we love and the people we love, especially the people who are with us during this journey. Let them continue to help us as we go on to new things. Let's look for new opportunities to learn and grow. Everyone knows that if you hand a pessimist half a glass of lemonade, they will say that it is half empty. The optimist will say that it is half full. But what about the opportunist? What will the opportunity to you as we head out into this world? Let's go out there and follow our passions, but also seize the opportunities in front of us, drink the free lemonade, and try something new. As Thomas Jefferson said, if you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. Thanks again to everyone that was able to join us today, and congratulations. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce Chief Master Sergeant Edward J. Stefik.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, members of the dais. Congratulations to the Lewiston-Porter class of 2023. As the Command Chief of the 107th Attack Wing, United States Air Force, I am honored to represent the United States Armed Forces at such a special day. I have been given the distinct privilege and tremendous honor of recognizing those graduates pursuing a path in the United States Armed Forces and taking up the profession of arms. Currently, less than 1% of our nation's population is voluntarily serving in today's military. Soon, some of your classmates will say farewell to friends and family and step off on an exciting journey, a journey that will test them emotionally, mentally, and physically, just like thousands of men and women who came before them. Each will raise their right hand and swear an oath to defend their homeland and way of life against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Currently, we are witnessing a world that is changing faster than ever. Present-day military members must be leaders, team builders, multi-capable, adaptable, and innovative cyber. They will be building allies and partners around the world. In the last 30 years of my service, I have witnessed amazing airmen, soldiers, Marines, sailors, Coast Guardsmen, and Guardians. They will now take their place among them. Serving in the armed forces is vital to the future of this country. These young men and women have volunteered to face these challenges of those integrated domains of multiple theaters of operations. However, they won't face these challenges alone. They will be joining a team where no member is more important than the other, a team that upholds the core values of integrity, loyalty, duty, respect, honor, selfless service, courage, and commitment. These values are the foundation for service of our nation. At this time, it is with great pleasure and honor to introduce the graduates who are entering the armed forces. Please hold your applause until I've introduced all the candidates and graduates. Please rise when I call your name and remain standing until everyone is introduced. From the United States Navy, Ryan Schumacher. Never give up the ship, Ryan. From the United States Air Force, Gabrielle Tupper. Aim high, Gabrielle. From the United States Marine Corps, Luke Barberg and Avery Smith. Semper Fi. I would personally like to congratulate you and your decision, one that will shape the rest of your life. You will find as you put on the uniform, which is the cloth of your nation, you will stand a little taller. Your heart will beat a little faster with pride, and the nation will demand much from you. But I have no doubt in your ability to succeed. Welcome to the finest armed forces on earth, and let me be the first to salute you for accepting the call to serve our country. I would also like to thank everyone in the audience who is currently serving in the military and those who have served, as well as families and friends who support them. None of what I spoke of could be accomplished without you. At this time, I'm relaying the reins to the principal.
Thank you, Chief Master Sergeant Stefik. Congratulations. It has been an honor to be your principal. You have been a positive, passionate, and kind class of extremely hardworking and successful young adults. You have had an incredible impact on this school and our community, and we are all truly appreciate all that you have done for yourselves, your school, and your community. You get a lot of advice when you graduate. My advice for the graduating class of 2023 is through Ted Lasso. Number one, know your why. Have a purpose. Know why you do what you do. Know what you want to accomplish. Number two, find potential in everyone. There is potential in everyone, but it is your job to see it. Maximize the strengths of those around you. Number three, let others know they matter. People don't care about people who don't care about them. Let people know they matter and appreciate who they are and what they have to offer. Number four, be a goldfish. A goldfish has a short 10-second memory. Have a 10-second memory when necessary. Learn from your mistakes. Do not dwell on them. You are not perfect, and that's okay. Number five, be you. You are you. Maximize your strengths. Learn to balance your weaknesses. Don't try to change who you are to please others. Number six, believe. Believe in yourself, believe in others, and believe what you can accomplish together. Before I close today, I have one simple request of you, and that is to thank everyone who has helped you through your entire schooling experience. Your teachers, aides, monitors, administrators, and other school staff members who have worked tirelessly over year by year. Thank them. Your friends who have checked in on you and supported you through the good and the bad. Thank them. Your families. Wow. They have carried you on their backs and loved you despite their own exhaustion. So please, please, please thank them. Give them a hug, give them a kiss. They deserve it. So congratulations to the class of 2023. I would like to call Mr. Casari to the other podium to accept the graduates. Mr. Casari, as the principal of Lewiston-Porter High School, I have reviewed the educational record of each of these students and have found they have all met the requirements for graduation as established by the Lewiston-Porter Board of Education and the New York State Department of Education. I now recommend them to you for confirmation.
Mr. Deanna, as superintendent of the Lewiston-Porter Central Schools, I accept your recommendation, and in accordance with the Lewiston-Porter Board of Education policy and regulations established by the New York State Department of Education, I now confer upon these candidates a Lewiston-Porter High School diploma. Congratulations.
I would now like to introduce the co-class advisors, Mrs. Jessica Cruz and Mr. Scott Townsend.
Serena Ronnie Singh. Amanda Wong. Bryn E. Townsend. Michael Anthony Mundy. Congratulations. Ryan V. Abel. Ahmed Joseph Abu Hamid. Karis Nicole Aceta. Matthew J. Adamson. Dylan J. Anello. Connor Joseph Aurora. Sophia E. Auer. Anthony B. Aversa. Matthew T. Barber. Luke J. Barberg. Brendan Barker. Connor J. Barone. Robert J. Beeline. Joseph K. Beelman. Gianna Bishop. Cohen Matthew Leisure. Mark A. Blyashuk. Emma R. Buckley. Kaylin E. Ballmer. Brody A. Burnham. Vincent P. Carlo.
Allison N. Catalano. Congratulations. Cole S. Chadwick. Dominic J. Chirakos. Jaden Clements. Christopher E. Calisano. Julia E. Collins. Abigail Condi. Ava N. Condi. Ava E. Cosgrove. Congratulations. Catalina I. Davila. Madison R. DeLuca. Trevor Denito. Nathan Anthony Diodati. Jenna A. Dobraz. Kiara A. Dubuck. Jalen Duff. Nora Marie Dugan. Robert A. Dutton. Gwyneth R. Edwards. Megan L. Edwards. Zane A. Forbes. Grace E. Gailey. Bailey Gouda. Jamie Jerwicki.
Dominic Giamarinero. Keely K. Jarasol. Isabella K. Gonzalez. George W. Gunther. Madison Michelle Hackett. Nathan S. Halgash. Ashton P. Harden. Christopher G. Harris. Lucas A. Hemry. Damon W. Hess. Evan Hewitt. Javier F. Hilson. Rebecca R. Hoffman. Alfred E. Huff III. Caden James Johnson. Margaret A. Johnson. Elijah K. Kahn. David W. Kennedy III. Anna Kate Kofel. Nikita M. Korlikov. Madison M. Coral. Michael C. Kraft. Karen M. Krozak. Joshua H. Lazonis. Shane Leone.
Austin J. Lester. Nicholas M. London. Jace Anthony Lucius. I'll make something up. Gaetano James Lynch. Kayla E. Mang. James C. Marshall. Serena A. Martino. Dominic A. Massaro. Sophie Massaro. James Thomas McCarthy. Catherine Joan McIntyre. Sadie Mills. Kevin M. Mobus. Catherine R. Mombre. Logan Monteleone. Caitlin Nicole Moradian. Alexis M. Morgan.
Mariella V. Mulready. Jordan E. Nicola. Cole C. Norman. Brennan M. O'Mara. Angelina Marie Oliveira. Eric Pesha. Emily G. Palermo. David A. Pavan. Linda G. Pearson. Taylor A. Phelps.
Brooke Piowarchuk. Thomas Pozak. Amara Preston. River Printup. Michael Jack Prygon.
Luke Radke. Rocco J. Rendazzo. Julie R. Redmond. Caden Reel. Ethan Michael Reel. Daniel Robbins. Arabella E. Rouet. Nathan J. Russell. Brooklyn Francis Shinnebeck. Aaron E. Schreckengast. Ryan Schumacher. Ethan M. Seaman. Natalie Rose Scherer. Maggie H. Shaughnessy.
I've been practicing.
Michael A. Sejak. Matthew Skursky. Kaylee Ann Sloma. Avery E. Smith. Shannon Marie Stack. Luke Staub. Matthew J. Stevenson. Caleb Stoneham.
Jeremiah Sullivan IV. Jacqueline C. Tato. Lilia Sky Teal. Eden J. Truscott. Gabrielle Ann Tupper. Blake Turner. Mario J. Violante IV. Avery G. Ward. Ethan Whitehead. David R. White. Megan Zimmerman. That was just a warm-up. You want to go through again, or no? All right. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff, allow me to be the first to congratulate you on being graduates of Lewiston-Porter High School. Now, it gives me tremendous pleasure to introduce your president for the class of 2023, Bryn Townsend.
Thank you. Good evening, parents, friends, teachers, mentors, administrators, and of course, the graduating class of 2023. Growing up, one of my favorite book series was A Series of Unfortunate Events. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the works, but the stories follow 3 young siblings as catastrophic events continuously disturb their lives. Sound a little bit familiar? Granted, our series of events didn't involve being stuck at the top of a large icy slope, getting stranded on a deserted island, or being relentlessly hunted by our 4th cousin in search of our inheritance, at least that I'm aware of. But we all know what we went through: abrupt endings, online learning, and watching our world turn completely upside down in ways that seemed impossibly insane. Nonetheless, we survived. The pandemic has faded away with time, but we've all made it here despite the big things. But what about the little things? The things that never really fade into the past, like mask mandates and virtual Mondays. Graduating high school isn't going to prevent our everyday mistakes. We're going to do something we regret, say the wrong thing, put our trust in the wrong person, get our hopes up, then get let down, fail a test, fail someone we love, fail ourselves, go back on dwell on what we should have done differently, think too much about our missteps. I've made all these mistakes, as I'm sure you all have too. No matter where our varying new adventures in lives may lead us, we will continue to make the same mistakes. But what's different about our future is that when we fall down, and we will have a better idea about how to get back up because of all that we've survived. We will know how to recover, how to leave the past in the past, how to trust again, how to say I'm sorry, how to mean it, how to make up for our regrets, how to protect our peace, how and why to live happily in spite of our wrongdoings. That why is what I want us all to think about when we leave here today. And so I ask you to think individually, when things get hard, what keeps you going? How do your past, present, and future contribute to the person you are at your core? Those are big questions. But as you search for your why, let me offer you some words of hope. There is so much that you have not seen. There's someplace out there that you're going to adore that you've just never seen yet. There's a movie or a book or a song that hasn't been written yet that will become your favorite. You have so many experiences waiting for you, so many triumphs to reach, and so many moments of joy to look forward to. But most of all, there are more people out there who are going to love you, and you have not even met them yet. And isn't that most exciting? So as we leave this ceremony today, let us find our why, and let us allow our why to guide us through our little series of unfortunate events. Let us remember that our motivation to keep on going is so much more powerful than our setbacks. And let us remember our years spent here at Lewiston-Porter with reminiscence for not only the memories we made, but how it launched the rest of our lives. And I wouldn't be talking if I didn't quote Taylor Swift. So, in the words of Taylor Swift, long live the walls we crashed through. I had the time of my life with you. Thank you all so much for everything. I will never forget you. And now I would like to introduce Mr. James Burritt in the Lewiston-Porter High School Concert Choir, who will be performing You'll Never Walk Alone, followed by the Alma Mater.
Afraid of the dark. Lewiston-Porter, swells a strain of honor true. Hallowed halls we look to thee, for a path to guide us through. In our hearts will ever be freedom, wisdom, honesty, home of our alma mater, home of our alma mater. Lamps of knowledge burn inside and grow brighter through the years. Day by day grows student pride for the school we love so dear. We salute thee, green and white, banners proud and ever bright, home of our alma mater, home of our alma mater. To thee, Lewiston-Porter, our hearts will e'er be true. Though we may be far away, we will pledge ourselves anew. In Niagara's flowing might, we'll uphold your honor bright, home of our alma mater, home of our alma mater.
I would now like to introduce Mr. Bruce Nguyen, President of the Lewiston-Porter Alumni Association, for the introduction of the class of 2023 into the LPAA.
Hello, Bruce Newton, class of 1965. This is going to be fast. My dog ate my speech, so I don't know really what to say here. First of all, welcome all you graduates to the Alumni Association. We're one of the rare organizations that just experiences continuous growth. It's great to have you on board. And I want to say hello to all my fellow alumni, Lewiston-Porter alumni in the audience. It's nice to see everybody. I probably would recognize you if you were about my age, probably no sooner than that. Quickly, about the Alumni Association. We were formed in 2007. 100% of the money we take into our various fundraising activities goes right back into programs supporting the students, and not just high school students. We support activities in all three of the major buildings at Lew-Port. We're also a 501c3 organization, which means we're tax exempt. If anybody has some discretionary money they would like to donate to our cause, we list on our websites, both on Facebook and the Lewiston-Porter Alumni tab and the district website, a lot of our activities. So especially if you're at my age where you have a IRA that requires an RMD, required minimum distribution, you can. I want to wish everybody good luck in your future and your next endeavors as you grow up. Hope you make out as well as I did and most everybody else in the audience. Good luck to you all.
Before we end tonight, I could thank hundreds and hundreds of people who put this together, but I want to pick out three specifically. First off, our senior class advisors, Mr. Townsend and Mrs. Cruz. Thank you for everything. Awesome job. And this is a year-round process to put this thing together, and I don't want to embarrass this person, but just a big round of applause for Mrs. Heather McMichael, who did an outstanding job this year putting this together. Thank you. Thank you. I would ask that the audience please remain seated until the graduates have departed the auditorium. Will the class of 2023 please stand? At this time, will you move your tassels from the right to the left? You did it, guys. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Isn't it?